That'll be better. Now, we're on the easy ones Friday. I'm going to show you another fairly easy one today. And then we're going to get into the more difficult ones. I'm sorry, you don't have a choice. You lost by 50. No, I'm just kidding. That was a big dig. Yeah, it was. Okay. Okay, so let's see how. That's the warm-up. Okay. Verify that 1 plus tan squared x over cosecant x secant x equals tangent x. This could be a little more than simple. Okay, very legitimate strategy. So we could possibly make this a sine and cosine, right, problem. It does make it a little messy, but it can possibly help us, right? So I'm going to go with that, even though I know it's going to be a longer problem to solve than where I want to go with it. Okay. Because what's tan? Okay. And cosecant, 1 over sine. Secant is 1 over cosine. And let you off the hook because you already told me that one. Okay, that looks pretty nasty. Right? Yeah, it does. Anybody see where to go next? That's where I would head. Fraction division, right? Okay. Times, and then inverse of that, or sorry, reciprocal. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is getting a little messy, but okay, what do we do next? You're looking at this going, oh, okay, how do I simplify it? Wouldn't try that yet. Okay, what if I did this? Okay, that's a legitimate option. Very legitimate option. So let's go with it. It's not what I was thinking, but let's go with it. Because you're going to go with these and you're going to think, oh, maybe that's what I should do. And you do it, and sometimes you figure out, crap. And you use the pencil, so you erase it, right? Yeah, I know, right? Okay, common denominator. Those are the same statement, right? 1 is cosine squared over cosine squared. Now I have a common denominator, right? And part of the pain in the butt of these, and the temptation is you're going to be tempted not to write the whole thing down every time. do it anyways. Because you're going to get lost in the muck and the mire if you don't, okay? Every line needs to be written in whole, all right? Just, it's safer. I do it, and I've been doing these for 25 years. So, no, not quite that long, 20. I'm not that old yet. All right, so we have a common denominator here on the bottom, right? What's the top? Look familiar? Boy, that helped a lot. Thanks, Jaden. Okay. That's that identity substitution. Sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. All right. What's next? We're almost there. Anybody? Yeah, well, you don't cross multiply these, okay? Because they're right next, we just multiply straight across. What do you notice about the bottom and the top? Yeah, so what can we do? We can not cross it out and get rid of the squared. Yeah. We cancel one out, top, one bottom. So sine x is left over cosine x is left over. Hey, look at that. And you just finished the longest problem in history. Not really, but you got it. Okay. No, I wouldn't go that far, but it's dirty, nasty. It's a trig proof. Okay. We know we don't enjoy these that much. Yeah, I do not do these in my spare time. Okay, that's all right. Okay, so this is one solution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Not too bad, actually. There are a lot of ways to make this problem look like that. I'm sorry. That's okay because it gives you the freedom to choose, right? So like I said, we just went through with what you guys thought. Actually deviated from a couple of ways I thought we might do it and ended up a nice solution. Okay. Now, here was my first thought. Is there an identity for that? Is there? Well, I don't know if it's exact. So where's you have your sheets out? It is 1 plus tan is secant. Should I trust him? It is. Okay, so we'll put an X there because that's what we're using. Okay. Okay, that's that identity substitution again. And look, we have top and bottom we can cancel, right? So that secant's gone and the squared there is gone because there were 2 of them. Now there's 1. So weird. Is that true? Yeah, it is true, but how do you know that? That's the question. Yeah, secant is 1 over cosine. Cosecant is 1 over sine. Somehow we almost always seem to manage to do that. Remember that number 1 tip. And then you copy dot flip and you get. He's back! Uh-huh. Okay, and we're good. So 1, 2, 3, a little prettier, 4, but not much shorter. It is a lot shorter, actually, because there's a lot of messy work over here. But guess what? It works. Either way, it doesn't matter. And I bet you we could probably find another way to do it if we really tried. Okay. So what tips did we use here? We used convert to sine and cosine. Okay. We used fraction math. Okay. And what was the other tip I was just thinking? It popped into my head. Oh, yes. Substitute. Identities. And I actually put those in red. Okay, so those are 3 biggies, 3 big uns that you want to keep in mind when you're solving these. Okay. We're good? Think you can handle that? Okay, that's kind of a mid-range. Here's one. Yeah, this is not too bad, but we'll do it anyways. It just looks really nasty. These are kind of the ones where you look at it and you're kind of like, holy crap, that's so big I'm not even going to try it. But don't do that, please. This one's about the same level as the other one, actually. The next one's where okay. Whew. So you look at that and you go, dang, we're going to go visit the bathroom. But it's not that bad. So 7 sine theta plus 5 cosine theta over sine theta cosine theta equals 7 secant theta cosecant theta. All right. What are your thoughts?
Do we have to worry about the numbers at all?
7, 5, 7, 5, maybe. Well, you have to worry about them. I wouldn't call it worry. You have to deal with them, possibly. Yep. But it might not. We might not have to touch them. Any ideas? Okay. Remember the tips. Okay, you could do that. Yep. You could do that too. Okay, which is the same thing here we're doing here. Okay, so and again, we're writing it out, the whole thing, because it's organization and is that true? Okay, so that was the first tip I gave you. Now everything's in sine and cosine. Might look a little bit different. How can I make this side match that side? Here to there. Think tip number 2. Okay. Bingo. What can I do to this? Fraction math. Okay, this is a denominator. Can I put it under each term? So writing out the right side, even though it's a pain in the butt. Okay. The other benefit of writing it all out is that I can give you partial credit. If you skip steps, you're losing possible points. And that could be a bummer, especially when these problems are really long. Okay, mic plug back in. Hopefully we're good. We'll make it shorter. I must have got taller over the weekend. Yeah, I wrote it down right. Cotangent is cosine over sine. Oh, I see. Yep. It helps when you do the math right in your head. Okay, what's this one going to end up? Fraction, multiplication. Go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Here? It can, yeah. That's what the book does. It's actually a lot easier. So I'm just going with what you guys are telling me. Because you got to learn that you're not going to have the book in front of you to show you. So if you make a mistake, sometimes you have to deal with it. And this is not a mistake. We're still going to solve it. It's just longer. Okay, so yeah. So copy dot flip, right? This ends up sine squared. And this ends up cosine squared. Yep. And this is a common denominator. So we're doing fraction math here. Yep, you betcha. Okay, so there's a 1. We like that one. Okay. Any ideas how to deal with that? Yep. Okay. We did it here. Somewhere. Somewhere? No, we didn't. Never mind. Okay, hold that thought. 1 minus cosine squared is sine squared. That's one of those identities. It's cosine squared plus sine squared equals 1. It's built off of that. So, oh, I did it on the board, I think. Okay, so but in any case, yay, woo!
The other one would have been so much faster.
It would have been 1 step faster.
That 1 step matters.
Yeah.
It matters. You don't have to be perfect on these. All you have to do is get from A to B. You can take the back roads if you want. Okay? It's not a big deal. Yeah. It's so if you wanted to do it the other way, this turns into 1 minus cotangent squared. Right? There's the identity minus cotangent squared. Is that right? Is it plus? Oh, yep, it's plus. And see those cancel out, and you're left with 1. So the right side can be easier, right? Whatever. You still get the same answer. Okay? All right, I'm done talking because I just about burned a whole hour. That's pretty unusual. Whoa. Okay, it's not up there.
Wow.
There they are. Okay, I don't like the ones your book gives you, so I grabbed something different for you than bookwork. Whoop, that's 4 because I can count. 3. Boy, I'm gonna. Okay, who wants to do all of these?
I don't.
Yeah, me either. Okay, 1 through 9 odd. Yeah. 1 through 9 odd there on that worksheet. Number 9 is the challenge problem. It requires some foiling. Ooh, foil.
I forgot how to do that.
Yeah, whatever.
I was thinking of it.
Do you want me to show you a foiled sine and cosine? Are you good? Okay, I heard 2 no's. That's the verdict. Good. Okay, 1 through 9 odd, due tomorrow. And guess what? You have a quiz tomorrow. Where I'm going to ask you if you know how to do the basic ones of these.
Oh.
And I'm going to ask you if you know how to do the unit circle.
Oh.
I warned you.
3.
I've been warning you for 3 months. So I think it's time. No cheat sheet this time. You should be afraid. No, I'm just kidding. You shouldn't be afraid, but